what do I do if I fail? I failed my exam and, now I have to retake it. I failed the skills portion. Don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged if you fail. I think I should have put that in the beginning of the video. YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Zib, back at it again with another video. And today we have one that I feel like a lot of you can use. It's been a minute since I've done a video on this. I think the last one that I did, I mixed it into the attempting it and taking it and getting it right your first time. But as you can see from the caption, this is in case you fail your CNA exam, and this is more focused toward the skills portion of the exam. But if you failed the skills portion of the exam the first time, what are you supposed to do? We're going to get into it. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment, because we are about to get into it. So yeah, this is one that I haven't done for a while. I think it's low-key been about like 9 or 10 months. But yeah, I have a lot of good tips for you guys today. Appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, commenting, liking. I'll drop some of the comments that I enjoyed right here, actually, because the support that I'm getting is insane. This channel is growing a mile a minute. I literally say that all the time, but it really is growing a mile a minute. Like, y'all would not believe as much growth as we made in the past, 10 or 11 months. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But yeah. So as you know, the CNA exam, it's a two-parter. After you finish your CNA course, you're supposed to take the written exam, then you're supposed to take the skills exam, or you're supposed to take the skills exam, or you can take the written exam after that. Either or, there's no specific schedule for it, but you do have to take both. That is a fact. You do have to take both. I know some states require you to take 5 skills and use them in your state board exam, and then some are required to make you take 3. I've even heard some take hand washing out completely, because that's pretty basic. But yeah, every state is different. For my state, the state of North Carolina, they do make you use the 5. So I'm going to focus on the 5, because I think the 5 method and the pick 5 method that I use worked for me completely. If they dropped my test down to 4, I would still would have been fine if I would have used my pick 5 method. But yeah. So say you get your exam back after the first time, you failed the first time. There is a waiting period, especially around the holiday time, and especially, in this like kind of sick period, COVID period, where you will have to wait. You will have to go back onto the state board website, whatever state board website you use. I think we use Pearson for North Carolina, and you will have to reschedule that skills exam. I'm not going to use the written exam. I'm not going to make this video about the written exam, because I don't see too many people having problems with the written, only because it's I'm not going to say it's simple, because nothing about, healthcare is, absolutely simple, but it's not a problem area. It's not a problem area. That skills portion is. So you go back on the website, you re-sign up for the exam. You re-sign up for the exam. There's a waiting period in order for you to lock in that test date for your exam. And then you can take the exam again. I think it's that simple. There is the waiting period for it. And I know that you will have to go back and restudy. I dropped in this video, I'll put it right here and also in the description below. The video I used was the pick 5 method when it came to the skills. I did my CNA exam close to Christmas time, and I didn't have a problem at all taking it the first time. I didn't even fail it the first time, but I do know some people that did, and it was kind of a process, especially because that was closer to where COVID was affecting a lot of things. There was a long waiting period. It even took me about a month and a half to actually get my certification number. But there is a waiting period that you will have to wait if you do fail it, because they do have other people that scheduled around that time as well that may or may not pass it. If they pass it, then good and all. But there's people that scheduled waiting to take that exam, and it's growing in numbers as I'm seeing time goes on. But yeah, you retake the exam, and the way that you retake it is just going through the website, studying for it, and retaking it. The Pick 5 method is the best method to use. I'm going to actually get into that part of the video now, because this is a what I'm noticing, a full proof method to pass the skills portion of the exam. And I don't really see nobody having really an issue with this. I don't at all. I would be shocked if you had an issue with the skills portion of the exam after trying this Pick 5 method. So let's get into the Pick 5 method. Boom. All right, during my class, the last month and a half, we walked into the room every morning and we grabbed 5 skills out of a bucket. All right, maybe it was one paper that had 5 skills in a bucket. All right, if you already done the skill, you swap it out for a skill that you didn't know. Again, we did these skills every day for about like 30 days. And then we took the exam maybe a week after that, still practicing every day. So you can have hand washing, you can have ambulating the patient, you can have weighing the patient, you can have feeding the patient, and you can have changing the patient, pericare. Or say like a bed bath. I think I already listed that. You go in and you do your 5. How confident do you feel with your 5? You do them again. How confident do you feel with your 5? Sometimes we run out of time. You finish yours the next day. So you go home, you study, you practice it, and then you go back the next day and do it again. Practicing those 5 and knowing the exact steps of the 5 can save you most of the time. We all know the first step, you walk in, you greet the patient. Always. That's like with every single one. I believe even hand washing. Every state is different. Like I said, every state has different rules. That was a super duper important rule for the state of North Carolina. You walk in, hey, my name is, blank, and I will be your nurse tech CNA aide today, whatever, right? Then you go into washing your hands. After you wash your hands, we all know how to wash our hands. After you wash your hands, you dry them. Then you can go into whatever skill you're supposed to be doing. But there's people that mess up on that. And literally, if you've done the Pick 5 method, that would be so hard to mess up on, because that's not that hard of a process to remember. If you put gloves on, when you take them off, you wash your hands. These are all simple stuff that literally my professor, who has tested people for the state before years ago, mentioned that this is the problem areas that she saw and made sure that her class was not going to do that at all. Not going to do that at all. We didn't have an issue with it. Retaking this exam would suck because a part of it, you do have to pay for the exam again. I'm not sure exactly how much the class is because we paid for it in the beginning of our course. I think it's around like maybe 75 to like $100 something dollars. Let's say 75 to $125 to retake that exam. But the hardest part is really just scheduling that exam. I don't know. I don't see too many of you having an issue with this, but after you're doing the Pick 5 method, I don't see you having too much of an issue with it. But I do get comments all the time about, what do I do if I fail? I failed my exam and, now I have to retake it. I failed the skills portion. Don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged if you fail. I think I should have put that in the beginning of the video. Do not get discouraged if you fail. Do not give up if you fail, because becoming a CNA has been one of the greatest things I've done for my career path, especially with being a nursing student as well. So the opportunity that you have is amazing. As you see from the other videos that I posted, there's so much that goes into it and so much opportunity for healthcare once you receive that CNA certification. But this video, I wanted to keep it under 10 minutes. Right now, we're at, I think, like 7.5, almost 8. But I will reiterate, go ahead and follow, go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe. New videos coming out every single week. Thank you guys for the major support I've been receiving. And make sure you drop in comments because that helps me in the algorithm. Follow me on the gram. Follow me on TikTok. All that stuff. I'm not going to talk about it too much. But that's all I got for y'all in this video. I hope it helped. Let me know if it did. Let me know if it didn't. Did I miss anything? Peace.